Good morning, folks. Welcome back. I was trying to think what to do today, and I think a good option is going to be a promenade area. And initially, I was thinking exterior, but now I'm kind of thinking interior. So let's maybe see if it's a combination of both. But let's see what we get to. I'm going to get rid of our cube, and I'm going to bring in a guy. Okay, scale exists. Now I could make this whole space. I don't really probably need to because if we're TV, it would just be maybe one section just repeated. But let's start with the whole space and see how we get. And if it gets to be high poly, then we can just get rid of stuff. And I'm thinking I'm going to start with a circle, and it's going to be a radius of 100. That feels pretty good to me. Cool. And actually probably could have started with a curve. Let's try that. Object convert to curve. And let's give it a extrude and tab A. And we're going to rotate our tilter things to 90 degrees. There we go. So now we have a 7 meter, roughly. Let's take it to 8 meter. An 8 meter circle going around, maybe even 10 meters. Let's do 10 meters. Cool. I can live with that. And can we just connect these? I forget. No, cannot make segments. Doesn't work like that. All right, well, let's just apply it. Convert to mesh. And go ahead and save. New 260505. Cinco de Mayo. Promenade space. Cool. And we're going to want to have, somewhat of a height. Say 2 stories, 1.5 space, 2. Yeah. Tab A, E3. That's 1 story roughly. Do it again, 2 stories. 2 stories seems good. Maybe even 3 stories. Cool. I like 3 stories. Then we're going to take this, actually, and inset it 0.25. No. Inset it 2.5. Yes. And then GZ up a bit like that. And then up to there. Sure. And then control bevel. It down, maybe. I don't know. We could. Something like that. I can live with that as a shape. Now, plus. That's going to be our roof section. First, let's take the whole thing. A, Shift N, recalculate normals inside. Okay. That's our roof section. P, separate our section. And I don't know, I'm just making something, Jerry. We're going to see what happens. Excuse me. All right. Kind of into that. Let's duplicate it and add a wireframe modifier to it. Something like that. Cool. And then bevel that down just a bit. Okay. And that would give us kind of the initial thing we're looking at for our ceiling. We might play with it a bit more, but that would be the initial run of it. Let's see. Yeah, I'm into that. That's going to be okay. And this is our space, and we should really bring our guy over so I can kind of see what we're looking at. Harvey. Okay, that's not bad for Harv. I feel like that's acceptable. I'm going to move this and this, our new collection, ceiling, and get rid of it for right now. So I want to create some room spaces, maybe. Well, should have done that with the ceiling first. Yeah, well. So this is what happens. It would be cooler. Well, we could just redo the ceiling. That didn't take long if we need to. It might be cooler. E5 -5. Like that. It's kind of a neat looking little room space. So far, we're not too high polyland, so we might as well just keep going. Is it the same up here? E Z? The fuck? We got local? Oh, -5. Okay. It's going to be just basically a walking track for rich nobles to wander around in, but kind of it's going to follow the same vibes as the space station, I think. But basically, it's just going to be a room. Okay. All that's looking better. Come back to our dude. Let's just check our space. Yeah, I like having that. That's cool. Okay. And I'm actually just gonna delete our ceiling. I'm gonna do it again. Because I think I want to have I want to have more than just a circle. So, but that's a cool space. Like kind of doing that every 4, I feel like is kind of worthwhile. Let's see. Do we want to do something here with these? Probably we do. This is what happens when you don't have a idea before you start. You're just like, I'm just going to tweak this stuff and hopefully it'll work. Bevel. Cut down to like 1. width of 3. Cool. Get rid of those. Normals out. Undo. I need the bottom ones too. Get rid of those. Goodbye. Cool. I don't know if we need to go further than that. I think that'd be fine. That does give us more interesting space to work with. Come on. That and that and edge, bridge edge loops. I'm gonna do it again. Now, Shift G coplanar. And G coplanar. Inset 2. Sure. E1. No. GZ. Undo, undo. Inset 2. GZ. There we go. Okay. Oh, yeah. Apple Park, right. Closer to that, for sure. Now, let's see. Just gonna... How do we want to do this? 1. Get rid of that. Do we want it? I don't know. Maybe we'll just let the center one do that, because that's kind of cool. Inset. Yeah, let's just do it that way. Another 2. Cool. GZ2. Nice. Actually, I like that. I think I like that maybe better than the last time, which is always good. Kind of interesting how it spreads out like that too. I think we can do fun things there. Okay. Plus, plus. I'm just gonna grab all these. It's a roof. Probably better to select the other ones and then add it, but we're here now. I mean, invert it, you know. There we go. And then the last one. Okay. That's our roof. Right. Cool. P, separate it out. Good deal. I'm just going to check our wireframe, our face orientation. Good. We are correct. Everything's pointing inwards. Okay. So now let's duplicate it. Shift D and Q, add modifier wireframe. Just to give us nice bulky. Yeah. Cool. And we'll give it a bevel as well. Well, we won't assign it for sure, just in case we want to change it later. But neither of those have been set, so we can do whatever we want with them. We got a wireframe, 0.65, cool. and a bevel. I'm just kind of evening it out to 0.25. Easy to remember numbers, if nothing else. Then this is ultimately going to be our glass, but we'll do more to it before then. I'm going to try doing that right now. Let's see what we get. I'm going to duplicate again. Shift D. Now, W subdivide. Cool. 2. 2 seems good. Okay. Q, add modifier wireframe. Go the smaller one. So we did 0.6. So let's do 0.3. So it's half the size of the other one. Yeah. And then we'll bevel it. And we're going to set the bevel to 0.125. So half the bevel of the other two. Where's Harvey? So that's going to give us that. Those didn't get so interesting. Oh, because they were weird, right? That's fine, though. We can actually do fun things with those. We'll take that as an opportunity that these faces on the top didn't get wireframed. Okay. I'm just going to duplicate the, let's see, take our wireframe. New collection, ceiling. I'm going to turn off ceiling just to make sure I have it. Ceiling, cool. Shift D, M, new collection, working bits, just in case we want it again. Then this, Q, add modifier, solidify. So our glass works right. We're going to make it offset of 0 and a thickness of 0.025. And apply all on that. I have 64 gigs of RAM and 4090, so I'm in pretty good shape for this level. Is nothing. We haven't stressed ourselves out yet. We probably will though. All right, and I'm just gonna go ahead and give it a material. I'll give it a glass. Just kind of a regular old rough glass. Add material. Right. Yep. Move it to ceiling. Turn back on ceiling. And there we go. And yeah, it's a personal project. If it were not, I probably wouldn't be allowed to share it. So, but we're kind of working as if it was a film or a TV environment. That's kind of the vibe that we're going with here. And I am liking that as our roof. We're getting something weird there. What's going on there? That was a weird. Subshadows. What's going on? Is it part of the ceiling? Oh, is it just a shadow? I think it's just a shadow. It's looking weird, but why is it off like that? What is that face? Is it over beveling? Yeah, it's something to do with the bevel. Well, let's get rid of it for right now. Not too worried about it yet. Oh, I think this is just kit ops that I use for that one. I don't use it a lot anymore, but it's just something that I happen to have, and kit ops will do materials. I picked up kit ops when I first started doing Blender like 8 years ago, and I don't use it nearly as much as I used to. Anyway, okay. Now we want some pillars. Let's turn off our ceiling. And this object centered. Yep. Cool. Shift A, mesh, arc mesh, and another column. The same thing yesterday. Why not go on the root? Oh. Now we go make it there. Shift A, mesh, column. Great. Total height is going to be 6 meters. No, 9 meters goes 3. 9 meters. Yep. Radius 0.3. Cool. Rectangular base 0.8. 0.8. 0.1. Cool. Sure. Just doubling it. Okay. Circular base. I'm into that. Circular top. Into that. Both those are working for me. Cool. We don't want the default materials. We are good there. Just going to grab all the stuff. Object, convert. All we got is just that, right? Yes. Column. Select hierarchy. There we go. That's better. Object, convert to mesh. I often do. It's one of the reasons I started streaming, actually. It was just because it was like, you know what? I'm already talking. I might as well just stream. To be honest, yes. Yes, I do. Okay. Cool. I got that. Now, I'm going to take this. I'm going to try something here. Shift G, coplanar, P, section. Now, what happens if we grab this and let's try geoscatter? There are lots of ways we could do this, but whatever. We'll use geoscatter. We're going to scatter selected objects. Yes. And our preset is going to be vertex. Yes. And we got pillars on every vertex, which gives us these two weird ones in the middle, which is the one thing I wasn't sure about. And I kind of hate it, so let's just fix it. Let's solo it. We're just going to get rid of that, 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 and that. Come back. And now we have a column at every point. Perfect. They're all rotationally sticking. Are they all rotating at the same area? I don't want random rotation. Rotation. Line tangent. Line normal. Tangent. No random. I don't know that I super care. I kind of want him to go with the axis. Local Y. Ooh, local Y looks like it works. Well, no, they're straight there, straight there. No, yeah, that looks right. Cool. Certainly good enough for me anyway. Just to get the square parts on the top lined up kind of mostly even. We turn back on our ceiling and we are in relatively good place. I think I'm going to take my column. I did have one more idea. Tab 3 E scale. There we go. Now it extends out of our thing, but that's cool. And it goes through our framing, which kind of ties it together nicer. I'm into that. Now, we could, and it might be fun. Don't know. I just don't know. I'm going to take, we have working, so that's good. Working bits. This is what I wanted to look at. And so right now, two, that and that. That's going to make it interesting, isn't it? Edge, bridge edge loops. Let's see what it gives me. It's not right, those parts, but I'm not sure I care about those parts. Although, what I'm wondering, just trying to decide how we want to do this. Let's undo. There we go. Let's take this to here and this to here. Just do it a little bit of time. Edge, bridge edge loops. That's correct. Okay. And we can just mirror it. Mirror it. Mirror it. Apply all. Tab. Cool. What I'm wondering, though, I actually want those sections. Undo. Just trying to decide the best way to do this. I want this to this. Fill. Yes, that's what I want. Fill. 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 Undo. Not that section, so just those. Okay, and then this P section, separate them out. Cool. This, all I want is that. Okay. Alt X, mirror from here. Alt X, mirror from here. We have them all. No, I was not a Maya user. I pretty much started, well, actually, my first foray into 3D was 3D Coat, and then I jumped from there into working in VR, actually, in Medium on my Rift. And then when I needed more control, I moved to doing Blender. Okay, cool. Face, poke faces. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We'll turn off even, and that'll fix that. And now we got these cool, at least I think they're cool. Crossbeam sections. Do they go far enough? Are they good for what we want? Let's take a look. It's not right yet. Okay, undo. Undo that. I just want to stay there. Okay, tab. A. Oh, gotta go to the object itself. Let's look at it in here in the space. So I don't want to come here. Let's turn off those bottom ones. There we go. Now Control Shift bevel. Now we can bevel those. Yes, that's what we want. Wireframe. We can stay even, I think, this time. Yes. Yes, that's what we wanted. There we go. Now we got some cool shapes going across there like that, adding to our, our vibe. Well, I taught myself Blender 2 months before I started working as a TV concept artist for Snowpiercer. So I have I am very professional in the sense that my primary use for this thing has been working on TV for the last 8 years, 7 years. So yeah, in that sense, absolutely. Cool. Now I want to grab this upper rim here on both sides. But well, yeah, we'll go windows on those two. And subdivide. And again, that's going to give us 3 windows per height. That's a little more than I wanted, but we can do this. There we go. Now, individual insert to there. I'm going to say, sure, 0.3. Keep it even numbers so we can hopefully remember. No, Snowpiercer, the TV show, not the movie. I worked on seasons 2 and 3 of that one. Cool. All right, that's that side. And then P section, cool. This one over here, I need to do the same thing. Cool. Pull those windows out as well. So now we have windows. We just join these together. Add modifier solidify. Go out. 0.025. So cool. And apply. It was a cool show. It was neat. I made most of the train cars for those 2 seasons. Obviously with some, production designer support and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it was cool. I had a good time. Link materials. Did I get it right? Yes, we have windows now on those top levels. turn off working bits. Good. But those other ones are still in there, aren't they? Move that to ceiling, out of working bits. Cool. So we got upper windows. We got some framing. We're doing well. I feel like this is, the base shapes are certainly starting to fit into place. I really like these. These things are fun. And we have so much opportunity to do something in the room sections too. I want to make sure we stay cool there. And I think this inner space here, I actually want to get rid of this row there. And I think we're just going to make these. Oh, come on. Not going to let me select them all? What the hell? Fine. Cool. Inset 0.3. Again, giant windows on the inside. Maybe we'll make it more than 0.3. We'll go to 1. No, 1's too high. 0.5. Cool. And oh, come on. I hit enter. 0.5. And then P section. Cool. Add modifier, solidify. For the other direction. 0.025. Cool. Apply all. And again, link materials. Now we have these big windows on our inside too. We may change materials. We're just sort of putting there for now. So they can look into that space like it's, you know, something to see. We can put like an exterior park or something in there. We'll leave the outer walls as what they are. And I am good with that. Let's just give this thing a material just so it has something. What do we think? Concrete? It's very plain. Like we could just go steel, but I think concrete we're going to do for right now. Just use a simple one from real time. Concrete. We're probably not going to keep this material, but it's just so it's there. It has something. Cool. And our floor, that one will grab something even a little more fancy just because I know what I want, at least for right now. Shaders, stone. It's the brutalized ancients. No, we don't want stone. Maybe marble. We'll just look at floor. Marble floor. AU Smart UV project. Sure. Great. Okay. I don't normally materialize things at this stage, so I'm not spending a lot of time on it because it's just, but I just want to be able to see what I'm looking at. Similarly, maybe let's get up a sky too. Not just model in a white world. You might be to that point. I don't know. Sure, I don't know what's in 36. Let's look. Yeah, these are fine. I'm going to say 1062. Why not? Okay, yeah, it's a sky. Cool. Not a great sky, but again, none of this has to stay yet. It's just giving us something to look at. And we have a space. And I'm because I'm jumping around, I'm gonna take our pillar and move it to working bits. Yeah, cool. And then come on. Zero. Oh. There we go. I swear, sometimes I just forget the simplest. Yeah. Circle again. Sure. And we're gonna go bigger. 125. Cool. Actually, we're not. We're gonna go smaller. 100. Sure. And tab fill. Okay. And that's great. I'm going to bring it down just a smidge under our floor. I don't know. I'm just using OBS. It's all just on one. I'm OBS to record and broadcast, and then it's all on my one PC though. There's nothing complicated here. I am the least complicated person for this sort of thing. I'm like, I don't know. Let's see. Inset. Sure. Do it a couple more times. Great. Do I want to give it any terrain? I could. Why don't we? Okay, so why is it on its own thing? L. Was I editing? No wonder it was weird. There we go. Now it's its own object. Thank you. It's like, what's going on? Cool. Tab. I'm going to add that. Vertex group. Assign detail. I think that's the word. And modifier, add a modifier. Terrain or base. Yeah, it is detail. So that should be flat, right? On the edges. Reasonably. Tab. Add a loop there. I'm going to assign that to detail as well. Cool. That just keeps the edges flat. I am about as far into hating AI as you can get, and without blowing up a data center, and I'm not putting that past me. So no, I have not used it. The entire point to doing this is because I like doing it. Why would I want to let an AI take over for me? It just seems dumb. Um, this isn't. This is fun. The minute it stopped being fun, find another career. In terms of professionalism, it ain't going to make you any more money. All it's going to do is make all of us get paid less. So it's all good. But all AI will do is screw us getting paid and our ability to find work. There is no world in the universe where anything other than that happens. So, yeah, no, don't use it. Cool. That's good. And we got our space. Cool. I'm good enough for that. I just wanted to add a little bit of whatever to it, so I'm just going to apply it. But it's like, I can do things I couldn't do before. Yeah, but they're useless things because everyone can do them, so no one's going to respect that you got it done that way. It's kind of like it's just a trap. It doesn't help you. It doesn't help anybody. It just kind of hurts us all. Okay. I might want to add some window frames, and I maybe should have done that before I cut those things out. Let's see. Kind of thinking here. I'm just gonna do. Oh, that's why. Yes, it doesn't want to be. Interesting. Oh, I get those too, right? I see. Well, lots of ways to do this. 2 plus 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 minus. Cool. That's just those top areas then. Cool. I think I'm going to actually maybe separate them out from our wall again and add a thickness to it. Come on, edit mode. Solidify. Let's make it offset of 0, so it goes in both directions, and a thickness of 0.55. It's going to give us 1 inch. Do we want more? Let's go with 5. And that just gives us some solidity there. Still not great. I should have done more, but I think that's okay. I can live with that. Okay. And then these loops here. That object. I wonder if I can clean the mesh. Take a look. Yeah, it looks like that worked. Since we've separated out, that's fine. Yep. Cool. We do want to add a loop to it now. Yes, we do. Okay, cool. Actually, undo that. A, W, subdivide. 2, 3, well, 2 I think is better. Cool. Now, AW subdivide one more time. Cool. Perfect. Now, 3. I got all those. Face, poke faces gives us that. 1, No. Just want that one loop, damn it. I don't want to do this, but I do like this. Okay. 1. Weird. All right, 1. Well, we'll just do it this way. Alt Z B. Kill all those. Good. Just the ones in the middle now, right? Now, Control Shift. Do I want to do this now? Yeah, sure. Something like that. I'm into that. Now, Alt E on normals. 1. Is that too much? How do we feel about that? Undo. Inset. Just a little bit. So they're not touching? Cool. 3. Now none of those are touching. That should be good. Now Alt E on normals. In just a bit. Cool. Now, actually undo. Shift D, P, section. Cool. Q, add modifier wireframe again. Let's try this. This one I think we are going to need to take off even. How do we feel about that? Might be a little too much. Kind of a neat idea, but it's not working for me. Let's get rid of it all. Okay, so we have back to just our solid walls. Do we want that there? So what happens if we just did those and poke faces? Still got both. I get weirdness there. I don't like it. Okay, we don't want to do that. Okay, Shift hide. 2. Kill that. Kill that. No. 1. Nuke the top. Just trying it again. Just trying to see something else. Nuke the bottom. Cool. Yeah, well, no, we're making a different building, but same vibe. Yeah, that right into that world again. Into that. Anything getting weird? Those spaces all seem okay. Okay. Now, Shift D, P section. Come here, Control 2. Q, add modifier wireframe. Let's just see what happens. No, still not liking it. I'm not going to mess with it for right now. We will leave it alone. We'll come back to it in a bit. We could just do, this might be neat. Wireframe. That might actually work. Shift D, P, add modifier wireframe. Just give us some structure on the top. It's kind of fun. I kind of like that. Maybe that's what we want. Let's give it the same bevel modifiers. Q, add modifier bevel of 0.025. Right. We're not going to worry too much where the door is in the space because there will be a door, but we'll figure it out. Oh, can I give this one a 0.025? Not 0.25, 0.025. That should work. There we go. That's better. Then this one can be 0.025 as well. And they're more solid, but I think that's better. You can always tweak it later if we need to. Cool. I want to see now. I'm just kind of looking at stuff. I feel like that needs to be a bit higher up. So let's come to our working bits. Back to this guy. Tab. Let's see. L. GZ. Yeah, that works better. There we go. Save. Been a while since we've done that. Okay. We're gonna. I can tell you already. We're gonna take tomorrow to populate this space because we can just, or at least we're not gonna finish it today. But I'm just gonna kind of take a look. Like that's gonna be our entrance hallway, I would assume. Probably put a door here on this one. And these can be something neat if we want them to be, but they're not bad on their own, just like they are. I'm just kind of taking a look. Okay. Exactly. I'm actually looking at a picture, so I can find it, show you, of a, come on. I'll just drag this down. This right here. It was my initial idea. Just something like that. But I'm not following it anywhere close to exactly, so. But that was my initial inspirational image, as it were. plus just, you know, a lot of old school stadiums and baseball diamonds and that kind of stuff from the Art Deco era. Mhm. So I think we want like some stuff in here. What do we want to put there? A welcoming fountain, maybe right in the center here. I do like our fountains. Okay, I'm gonna hide our ceiling again and the working bits. Okay, so that space there. Cool. There's the center. They mesh. Actually, we just make something fun. Let's just make something fun. Shift A. Oh, come on, edit mode. Shift A, add a bez, curve, tab X. Click the vertices, draw, find my stylus. There we go. And something like that, maybe. I don't know. That might be a little tall. Add a screw modifier, 32, 32. It's a little tall. Why do I only get 2? Ah, you bastard. Okay. X, delete vertices, draw vertices again. That gives us a lot more. There you go. Okay. Still too tall, I think. But kind of neat. Let's see. SZ, bring it down. Well, I'll go to 3D cursor. Sure. That seems cool. I like it. Now we can I'm just going to apply it. Convert to mesh. Tab, edit, and come in here. Is that the bottom? Did I get the bottom? Was I correct? I think I might have been. Fill it. Cool. And solidify. Cool. Yeah. 0.1. That shouldn't be upside down anyway. Why is that that way? Kill that. Oh. A shift N. There we go. No, it's still upside down. Weird. Okay. Well, let's just apply it. It's fine. 3. Shift N. Oh. Okay. I think it wasn't actually the center, but that looks fine. And then Control 1. Smooth it down. Cool. I like it. Apply all. And that's a fun little space. Edit it. And I don't know how high up we want to go. I think to here. Fill. KP section. Kill that. Now, water or tree or both. I think we're going to make it gardeny. So let's do that. Okay. This is going to be a garden space then. 3 inset. Actually, not even going to do it that way. I'm going to go quad remesh it to 200 remesh. Where's my Bezier circle? That's the old one. Delete the old one. There's the new one. And now tab. Cool. 2 again, select that. Add a vertex group for detail. Cool. And then add a modifier, terrain base. Why is it not? Well, tab. Assign. Interesting. It shouldn't be doing that. That should stay down. Do I need more material? Strength is going to be like 2 and 1. But that should stay flat. On my edges. There we go. Does not have enough material. Okay, that's better. I think. Let's try it beforehand though. No. Do we care? Probably not. I'm gonna undo and undo for right now. Why is it? Oh. Did I just not give it enough edges? Is that simply all it is? Edit, undo history, going back to, where did we do it? There we go, right before quad count. Okay, let's make it 1,000. Symmetrical on X and Y, remesh it. That should be better. That does look better. Now, down just slightly. Cool. And add terrain. I just want to see what's going on. The vertex group is called detail. Yes. Let's see if we assign the whole thing to detail just to see what it'll do. Okay, yeah. So that does definitely work in that sense. Although is it remeshing it? Still redoing a remesh. Oh, that's why. I think. Mesh resolution, yes. Decimate. Cool. Good deal. That's what was happening. This is decimation. I don't use it for small things all that often. Now, detail, remove, tab. Now we can come back in here again. Now we got this. Come on. Assign. Cool. Now it's definitely keeping those edges even. And then we just come down and change our strength to like 0.2, 1. 1 seems pretty good. Scale. Ooh, no. I don't know, just having a good time with it. Something like that's fine. Going down too much. Not even sure I need it though. Strength 1. There's nothing there. Cool. Good deal. I'm just going to go with that. Apply all. And we have ground in there. Cool. And we're going to give it a different material. I'm just going to give it a dirt. I think straight up dirt. Mine. Straight up dirt. Tab A, U. So many vertices. It really does not need to do that many. Let's just subdivide it. Or sorry, decimate it. Just way overkill. Ratio of 0.1. Do want to give it some faces, but it doesn't need that many. Okay, sure. And we're at dirt, and then we can give it geoscatter, biome scatter, open to biomes. Let it think for a second. Okay. And I'm just going to take it off so I can actually see what the hell I'm doing. Flowers. Sure, let's do this one. I didn't select the right object. Undo. Or just delete this. Yeah, I know you have warnings. Done. Okay, delete this. We do have to select what we're scattering on first. Got some flowers there, but it's a little bit more wild than the other one, which is fine. I'm all right with that. And then let's put a tree in there too. Nice flowering tree. Just because it'll be pretty. It definitely fits there. Cool. Adjust, which is also cool. Nice one. Into it. Now we're gonna want some lights in here too. We may have to wait for that for tomorrow, but that's what my ceiling's gonna look like. We'll change our exposure up too. Now it's very bright. That might work too. We maybe don't need outside lights, but it might be fun. Okay, it's coming along okay so far. Oh, did I get rid of the wall material? No, that's right. It's just this is okay. Well, whatever. This is going to be stone. I think. Maybe something a little fun too. This ancient stone. Oh wait, I did that yesterday. That one still doesn't work. It's that Kid Ops one that screwed up the connections. We can fix it, I guess. All right, ancient stone medium. When I saved these out, I didn't save them properly. Not Kit, sorry. Kit Bash, and it's ancient, right? Yes. 2K should be fine. Stone, medium, base, height, metallic, normal, roughness, add. Cool. Did I do it right? Yeah, I did. Cool. Yeah, we're coming along. And this object needs to be UV'd again. 1 tab AU cylinder projection. That should keep it going around the side. Yeah, that messes up the top, but we don't care because we've covered that with stuff, so we're fine. Beautiful. Yeah, we're getting there. And I wonder, just curious, do we like that for this on the walls? It's kind of a neat look. There's no reason this has to be concrete. We just started that. How many Kit Bash packs are there? I don't know now. They're up to probably 100. I don't have near all of them. There are a lot. I like this color for this, though. I think we're going to do this. Okay. This. Is that the... Come on. I want this one. This one. Yes. That. Link. Materials. We still may need to UV them right, but it'll get the right kind of color casting, right? Yes. Ooh, that's cool looking. Definitely. And then maybe this one. That's Kit Bash 3D. I mean, there are tons more of other places too. But yeah, there are a lot now. stone polish, tab, wrong one, this one, right? I'll hide, there we go. A1, U, cylinder project, and UV, let's go look and see what it looks like. Yeah. That should be about right, maybe. Let's see. Okay, go to Harvey. That's definitely wrong. 3. Yeah, that's way too small. A. That's that one too. Come on. Which one am I on? Oh, right. That one I didn't fix. That one I set. U1. U. Cylinder projection. Harv. That's better. Still not right, but it's better. We don't want to go too far now because we don't want to get stuck thinking we have to use something. Sometimes if something doesn't look right at this stage, it's actually better because your mind doesn't be like, oh, I need to use that. Like, no, you don't. But that is a nice looking tree. We're definitely not going to fill out interior populating this entire ring because there's no need. It's not a video game. We're not going to have to look at it anymore, but we are going to take all this stuff here and do more to it for sure. I like that though. That's a fun looking space. Okay. I think we do want some differentiation in this. That's what we want. Plus a sign. I'm gonna actually reverse that. A sign. And then this one, assign marble, white, maybe. I mean, we're gonna add a whole bunch, this is just laying out the big frame, the big shapes. We haven't done any visual interest whatsoever yet. This is about as generic as this could be. But I do like those being 2 different colors. That was what I was checking, that wall. It may not be those 2 colors, but it's gonna need to have some color on there. I do like this white here on the marble there. Not crazy about this on top here. We might even just go with a painted color. But it is working for us so far. Let's see. I think I'm just going to real quick give something on the interior here. And I think the best way to do that is I need, how do I want to do it? This we're going to apply first if we haven't yet, and we did. and floor. I think I'm going to take this whole structure. New collection, floor. But floor will be enough to keep what I need going here. So let's do that. This we're going to set as our scatter space. Okay. And we are going to scatter a biome. And we don't really care which one it is. This is just for rich people to look at something and say, oh, that's pretty. So it could be almost anything. Flowering trees. Do that. Let's see. And the first thing we're going to do is this upward obstruction of the floor. Yes. Save. Trees. We want the trees to be, I don't care about scale, go away. Or in group scale. Trees, there we go. To be proximity repel from the floor by a minimum of 3 meters. So no, maybe even more. 4 meters. Cool. No trees within 4 meters of the floor. Cool. That should be good. Probably do the same for some of these other ones. Shrubs. So, shrubs within 2 meters of the floor. Cool. Yeah. Grass. It's going to be big. It's all right. We're just going to say grass just so we can repel within 0.5 meters of the floor. That should be fine. This grass. Repel also within 0.5 meters of the floor. Maybe even. Did I give floor to the other one? I don't know if I did. Cool. I don't think I did. Yeah, repel of the floor. Yes, well, I have issues. Okay. Floor. Cool. I think that's good. Now they won't touch our inside space, right? Yeah, dude's inside, but grass is not coming inside our building, which is the big thing we want to make sure about. This is actually not that large a thing. So let's see. Take a look. Cool. I might make our glass a little less rough. That just feels like it might be better on, particularly on these ones. Let's just make it its own object. Okay, and roughness is going to be should see it a lot better. Yes, there we go. So we can now look inside and see all the pretty stuff. I'm digging it. Feel like that is a reasonably good place to stop for today. We need to add a hell of a lot more visual interest to this space. Right now, everything is very generic, and it works, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with generic. but we want to make it specific so it can only be kind of our world and our space and us making it. So let's turn this off for right now. Make it faster. So that's what we're going to take care of tomorrow is coming in here and giving a lot of custom touches and love so that this feels like a living, breathing, real space instead of just a 3D model that we made in an hour and a half, which is what it is. Anyway, um, thanks for hanging out with me, you guys. I appreciate it. This was fun. I think this is gonna be a neat one when it's done. I will be back again tomorrow, same time, and we'll work on it some more. In the meantime, have a great Cinco de Mayo. Take care, and hopefully